And we are going to go to our next program here. I like to refer to it as Nation to Nation, but that's taken. So we refer to it as International Live. And for that, we are going to see if we can get our guests in here. We go across the pond, as they say. I don't know why they're saying it, but they are indeed saying it.
Hi.
Hello, how are you, my friend?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Pretty good, actually. I am gonna see if I can get Mr. Danny in here, and we will see if
There I am.
we can get this rolling. So just give me a few seconds here. And I like your hat, by the way. Fantastic.
Thank you.
And,
Where are you right now?
I am in the United States, of all places.
Yeah, I know that. But
I am in
at?
Hutchinson, Kansas, which no one's ever heard of.
Love that.
But, and I don't know what the hell's going on here. I got
You okay?
60 people I'm calling. I don't know why I'm calling 60 different people, but apparently I added one random guy in here. So we'll see if this random guy picks up. I am going to do this. I'm going to hang up and call you guys back on a different call so we don't end up having somebody interrupt our call here.
Okay.
So we're gonna do that. Oh my God! Skip Skype. Skip us. Skype us. Do all that crap. Trade us with your friends. Oh, trade us with your friends. Mix match. Trade us with your friends. I hit too many names when I was doing the Skype call. And I didn't want those 35 people calling in when they were in the middle of your interview because I knew just by the way things are going today that it would happen.
Oh,
So,
hey.
I wanted to make sure that we had you and only you. Cause me and Danny don't need to be getting on me and Danny don't need to be getting on a roll interviewing you, and then the 35 people that I misdialed pop into the call, and this looks like the WWE Thunderdome with the million faces in the crowd. So we are gonna go and get this rolling. We are back here on International Live, and we have. So some of the things that I do, no wonder I'm called Jiggy Jag, the ugly American. We have got the famous, the infamous, the I guess he would be the lady's pet and all the husband's regret. Danny Davis with us today. How are you, Mr. Danny?
I'm very good, sir. Thank you very much.
I always try to give you a different gimmick every week, and I should just stick with one thing and have it go that way. But we are live on KJAGradio.com. We are also live across the pond on Leicester Radio, and we have a great guest with us today. Danny, introduce our fabulous guest with us.
We've got a great guest here from Leicester. Alice Kübe, welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you? Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much for coming on. Can you just give our listeners a little bit of background about yourself? I know you're in Leicester at the moment. Are you from Leicester originally? And if you could just explain a bit about your music and your style.
Yeah, so I'm born and raised in Leicestershire in England. And I probably started singing when I was about 10 years old. And then I started to learn guitar as well. And then obviously just continued to like write songs and like experiment myself as an artist. And then now the kind of sound that I do is very R&B and soul influenced. So that's what I'm working on at the moment.
Do you still keep the guitar up?
Yeah, I always try to have like guitar influences in my music, definitely. And I mean, I do love busking, to be honest. So that's where I play guitar and like sing to the world.
I saw you out at the Clock Tower. I saw on your, I think it must have been Instagram or Facebook. You were actually out at the Clock Tower recently. You're doing a bit of busking, if I'm right.
Yeah, we went on Wednesday and went busking at the Clock Tower in Leicester. It was really, really, really good. It was really busy, but then the battery on my speaker ran out, so I had to had to stop. But it was really good. I do love busking. It's nice to connect to a wider audience.
Good.
That is tremendous. For the folks in the United States that are listening, explain to us what busking is. I know what it is, but I'm sure that most of our audience is not aware.
Oh, is that like, do many people busk in America? I'm not sure.
I don't
but,
think they call it
basically
busking here.
So in England, we basically busk on the streets, and we play like the music that we love. So and like people passing by will just like either stop and watch, and it's really good to get recognition of people. So it's basically just like singing in the street, but like it is legal.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. So, how do people find you on social media, websites, all these things?
So I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. My is it's Alice Kübe. Right, that's where you can find me. And I'm trying to do more YouTube. I think that's a very good like road to go down. So yeah, I'm on YouTube as Alice Kübe.
Cube, I apologise. I said Cube, didn't I? When I introduced you, really sorry. I've made a note. Cube.
It's such an icebreaker. I've had that on national radio as well, but it makes you remember me, doesn't it?
Yeah, sure.
That's awesome.
What's your influences? Who do you listen to, Alice?
I think like at the moment I'm listening to an artist called Mahalia. She's actually from Leicester as well, so she's just someone that I can really relate to on a personal level. Being from like the same town, and it's like the same kind of genre that I'd like to go for. So she's probably my biggest influence at the moment, especially with her songwriting skills as well. But it's really hard. I've had so many influences like growing up. My mum used to listen like to Frank Sinatra. We used to listen to Simply Red, literally a bit of everything. So there's so many aspects that come out of my music now of like all those bands and musicians that I listened to growing up.
That's
like,
awesome.
Everything, Whitney Houston. I couldn't like say one person really.
No, fair enough. I love a bit of Frank Sinatra myself. I'm definitely partial to a bit of Frank.
As well.
Have you been over to America before?
I have actually. I've worked in America.
Very cool. Whereabouts?
I did Camp America, so I started off in Pennsylvania. I worked in Scranton. It was called Camp
Scranton,
Westmont.
Pennsylvania. How did you end up in Scranton?
How did I end up there?
Yes.
Well, I know, good question. Literally, the camp was in the middle of nowhere, but I used to teach horse riding, which was really cool. And then I went back there for 3 consecutive summers, and I've traveled a lot of America as well. So done the East Coast, West Coast, been to Las Vegas, but my favorite is New York.
All right, cool.
Yeah, absolutely love New York. I've always wanted to go to Tennessee.
Would you like to perform over there? Have you ever done any live shows?
I've never performed over there, no, but that is definitely a big goal. Definitely. Yeah, I'd love that. First New York, I'd say.
How have you been coping with obviously all the lockdowns? Have you been doing a lot of people been jumping on these the live streaming apps and live streaming stuff? Have you done any of that at all? I know you said you've been busking out on the streets, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I actually did. I mean, one of my friends, Morgan Monroe, she was like hopping on a lot of live streams, and I think that's really helped people during lockdown, especially like to gain more of a following and audience as well. And as I've seen that was kind of like working, I tried to jump on the DJ Target Radio 1 Extra live stream, and I actually got on there, and then after getting on there, he actually played my track, so that was really
cool.
good. It's great to have a direct contact with someone at Radio 1. So yeah, no, I found that really beneficial and got like a lot of great feedback from that and followers and stuff. So, yeah.
That's pretty tremendous. How have you dealt with struggles in the past as far as writer's block or anything, or composing music?
Yeah, absolutely. It kind of goes through stages. So there'll be like a creative zone, and I find that I've come into that a lot, especially during lockdown. That is definitely what I'm thankful for, because when I'm out gigging a lot, there's not a lot of time to wind down and actually be able to write a song. So I'm very thankful for lockdown, that it's actually stopped the writer's block. And I've managed to sort of connect with people because people have had more free time. And I personally prefer writing with someone else. I just find like it makes me think differently, and you can like bounce off each other. And that's like how I write best. So being able to, even if it's on FaceTime or as things have opened, it's been a really great opportunity to sort of connect with people and write with them, and have more time and freedom to do that. So at the minute, the creative level for me is definitely there, and writer's block has gone out the window, but it will come again probably. It just goes up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
So.
Now, we've got 2 tracks of yours, which we're going to play soon. I Don't Want to Wait and Alone. Which one did you do first?
So I Don't Want to Wait, I wrote about a year and a half ago, and that was the first like dance track that I featured on. So along with the music I make myself and release myself, I really love writing like top line house tracks. So this was the first one I did, collaborating with Zach Joshua, and it just went down really, really well. So that was about a year and a half ago, and that got released on a label over here in the UK. And then Alone was actually lockdown inspired, which I wrote with someone called Harry Giorgio, and he produced the track. Diane knows Harry. You've had an interview with Harry
Yes.
before, so.
Everyone you've ever mentioned
Yeah,
during the whole interview, we've interviewed them. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, so we wrote Alone together, and that's basically like my lockdown track, really. So
that's awesome. Well, we're gonna play that track here right now, and we'll be back with our guest here in just a few moments. And let's go to that track here on International Live, Coast to Coast, and Boda to Boda.
Something on my mind, I tell you all the time, you know the way ain't right, 'cause you got something to prove. Don't say I never let you do what you wanted to do, yeah. Was there something on your mind? Not sure what you've been missing, leaving me behind for all those girls you're kissing. Please don't waste my time. Are you gonna treat me right? I don't wanna wait no more. I don't wanna wait. I don't wanna play. I told you yesterday. I don't wanna wait no more. I'm not afraid. Tell you you're too late. Stop standing in my way. You'll never be the same. I don't wanna wait no more. I'm not afraid. You got something to prove. Don't say I never let you do what you wanted to do, yeah. Was there something on your mind? Not sure what you've been missing, leaving me behind for all those girls you're kissing. Please don't waste my time. Are you gonna treat me right? I don't wanna wait.
that is quite the little track. Get a hold of us on International Live. We are live coast to coast and border to border, or as I like to refer to it, nation to nation. And we are going to go back live to our guest, and Alice is with us, and also Danny as well. And Danny, she has an amazing voice, my friend. That is quite the deal.
Absolutely, and that's why we've got it on the show. And what was that? Which one did we play? Alone, or I Don't Want to Wait?
I Don't Want to Wait.
Yeah, really lively, great track.
Quite
Love
the track.
It. Sorry.
Quite the track. It is
quite the track. Quite the track.
Big vocal in the middle, that's for sure.
Have you have you done any music videos? Have you got any plans to do any, Alice?
Music video. Oh, it's actually funny you should say that. So I've actually just wrote a Christmas song, and we will be shooting a video for that after lockdown. But we've got that all planned. But I did do a music video with a big retailer over here in the UK. They ran a campaign, and the campaign was to enter a competition for singer-songwriters across the UK, and I entered the competition and got in the top 5. So I was awarded a music video for my song Too Late. So that was really cool to experience that.
Cool. And so you've got another one coming for your lockdown, your Christmas song. Hopefully be filmed in a few weeks. Then I guess if we all come out of lockdown in time.
Yeah. Oh, I do hope we come down in time, because honestly, lockdown is just absolutely terrible. But yeah, we will be filming it in a few weeks' time. We've got it all planned. So yeah, hopefully you'll be able to play the track. But it's very Christmassy, very Mariah Carey vibes. So.
Okay, well, can we get you back on when it's coming out or being released, or sometime around Christmas, perhaps?
So the date it's coming, it's called I Believe in Christmas. It's coming out on the 27th of November.
27th of November. Okay, we'll keep an eye out for that, and then we'll get you back on.
Did Morgan come on your show? I think yeah, so that's with me and Morgan. That track.
Oh, there we go.
Maybe we can. Maybe Danny can work his magic, and we can get you both on at the same time.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Absolutely. Okay.
I don't have those kind of powers, but Danny does, because he's like a goat in a hailstorm. He can do pretty much anything.
Oh no! I just ring their manager and go, please.
In fact, Morgan's a massive part of my next project. She's a featured songwriter on my track. That's really exciting too for the new year.
Oh well, that's it then. We'll definitely get them both on sometime around Christmas. I think we're perfect. Early December. Would that be good with you, Alice?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Brilliant.
So you've got this great fan following. You've got all these different things that you're doing. What are some of your goals with your music?
Well, my first goal would definitely to release a debut EP. That's what I'm working on at the moment. I'd love to have sort of like a full project in place, because I've dreamt of that for since I was younger, and I think it is like a masterpiece to having this EP, and for me to have every single song that I absolutely love and adore in one project, and be able to sort of go out and tour that, even if it's just around the UK, or just be able to perform it, then that would be amazing. That's probably my first goal, and the overall goal really is just to be able to make a living from music. I think that in itself is a massive achievement, especially in this day and age as a musician.
Very true. What's the best advice you've been given, Alice?
I think, thinking about it now, is to enjoy the journey, and just absolutely celebrate every single win that you get, because the music industry is a very difficult industry to be in. It's very cutthroat, and you have to be really strong. So every single achievement that you make, whether it's big or in the industry, you just have to celebrate it and just enjoy the process, or there's like no point in doing it. That's what I'd say.
Now, before we get on to the next track, I know you said you played the guitar. I can see a piano or keyboard in the background. You play a bit of the piano as well?
Yeah, I do. I teach myself piano. Yeah, I'm not as good on piano as I am guitar. Like, I won't be able to go out and play, but yeah, I teach myself, especially through lockdown. I've had someone teaching me over FaceTime, so it definitely helps with songwriting.
This next track, Alone, is that out yet?
So Alone isn't actually out at the moment because the vibe of the track is very acoustic and it does sound quite folky, which is what I guess you'd say I was influenced by as I was starting out as a musician. I used to listen to a lot of Miley Cyrus, Dolly Parton, Mumford and Sons. So this track I wrote when I was very like vulnerable in lockdown, and it kind of goes back to my roots. So the sound really isn't what I'm going for at the moment, but it's such, I feel like, a personal song that I released it out to the BBC and it got track of the week, and I'm sort of deciding what to do with it at the moment. So currently, no, it's not released, but
It's an exclusive then.
It is, yeah.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. Well, before we go to the track here, once again, run it down for us. How do we find you online and social media and all that?
So you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. My @ is It's Alice Kübe. That's Kube for my surname.
And we've got the Christmas single coming out on the 27th of November.
Yes, that's right. So that'll be across my platforms and on Morgan's as well. Released at HQ.
Fantastic. Well, here we go. It is Alone, and when we come back, we will have more here on International Live. Coast to coast, border to border, nation to nation, as they say. Back here in a few moments.
There's something about the way I've been feeling now. Sleepless nights and I can't fight the self-doubt. Where do we go after all of this? Searching for my happiness. And I've been thinking, when will I see you again? Time goes slowly, waiting for this to end. I don't wanna be alone, and I don't wanna be alone. Alone, alone, alone. They say that good things come to those who wait, but I don't think I could take another day. And life's too short to not hold you tight. I'm missing you being by my side. And I've been thinking, when will I see you again? Time goes slowly, waiting for this to end. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no.
that is fantastic. She is pretty dang amazing. As people check in here. And that is a pretty amazing little track, Alice. You are, wow. Big deal, as they say.
Thank you. Yeah, do you see what I mean by the different sounds, though?
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to showing you that when I drop my next project. It'd be really cool to come back on here and sort of like, see how everything's like grown and progressed.
Well, I'll tell you, part of the reason why we are doing so well, we got people calling in. Of course, that's always how it happens when I have a mildly hot woman on Skype. They call in. We're not gonna do this, so this happens constantly. I don't know what this is about. I don't know if people think it's the dating game. I don't know. But Danny, go ahead, my friend. Save us from the crazies.
Yeah, no, both of them great tracks. I love a good dancey house track as well, so I'm a big fan of I Don't Want to Wait, but Alone too, a great track. Have you got any plans to release it?
Yeah, like I said, I'm definitely considering it. Whether it comes when I've got more of a fan base, so they've sort of got trust in me, and I've built, like trustworthy fans, and then I can just drop that, or whether I do it now, and then it's just, I think it's just really difficult because you do have to sort of brand yourself and go down one certain lane. So at one point that will definitely come out, whether it's in a package with other remixes or on an album in the future. I don't know, but it's definitely one of my favorites I've ever wrote, so it will come out at some point.
Good.
Definitely.
Well, before we let you go, can you just drop your contact details, sorry, not your contact details. Where can people find you on social media? One more time.
So I'm on all social platforms, and my at is It's Alice Kübe, so that's ITSALICEKUBE.
That's great. Thank you so much for coming on.
Tremendous.
We'll be in touch, and we'll get you on again shortly.
Absolutely, thank you. Hope you have a great evening.
Well, I appreciate it, Alice. Thank you, my friend. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
There she goes, Alice Kübe. Danny, I thought it was Alice Cube. So you're not the only one, brother.
Yeah, and you know what? It was one of those as well. I was thinking, should I give her a quick call just to check? Because you don't see it spelt like that. But anyway, we found
the old radio trick that I do is I go from time to time. We let the guests do their own introductions, and
I was confident I was right.
So the guests go ahead and do their thing, and then I quickly write it down. But we have got some stats on our programming, which is kind of amazing. I like to check things from time to time. We are apparently number 17 in the category of performing arts in the country of Qatar. I think is how you pronounce it. Qatar. We are also Qatar. There it is. We are also number 27 in the category of performing arts in Kazakhstan. Yes, the home of Borat. We are we are there, and we are number 47 in the category of performing arts in Singapore, and of course number 52 in Thailand, and position number 58 in the category of performing arts in Israel, and those stats, of course, brought to us by podstatus.com. And I don't know, I woke up and I got an email from Carlos over at Podstatus. He's like, I just wanted to send you some cool information. Well, thank you, Carlos. So
number 17 in performing arts category for Qatar. That's
kind of interesting. It is
27 in Kazakhstan. Just shout out everybody listening in Qatar, Kazakhstan,
Singapore,
and Thailand.
and of course Israel, number 58.
Of course, really appreciate it.
So
these are the podcast downloads.
yes, I think that's great. We you know, it's pretty dang amazing. I think that's pretty fantastic. So we are going to attempt to find our next guest. Skype is doing all sorts of fun stuff all day, so I'm going to attempt to try to find our people here, as they say, my people. And if you're listening to us on KJAGradio.com, you are hearing this weird part of the show. When you hear us on Lester, you won't hear this at all. But but we have got. I am going to try to find our guy here, and we are going to add him to the mix, as they say. If I can get Skype to let me do it.
Is this Arman we've got on?
I believe this is. I'm hoping that.
Hey, how you doing?
There we are. Look at this. Holy smokes. In the flesh, baby. I'm so glad you dressed up for this. I like the hair. The whole thing. This is good. This is going to be terribly entertaining today here on International Live. Danny, we have got quite the guest here. Me and Danny know a little bit about you, but we want the whole world to know about you. So tell us a little bit about yourself and where we can find you online, everything.
Well, my name is Arman. I'm a pop musician. You can follow me on Instagram at Arman Music Official, ARMON Music Official, and you'll see me. It has a name, Starseed, on it. But a little bit about me. I'm 20 years old. I've been recording music for about 3 years, and I have a wonderful and amazing team. Shout out to both my managers, Taya and Diego, from the ground up. Stay tuned for that.
I tell you, you have quite the aggressive management group, because how I got wind of you is I was at the gym one morning and I get this call, and it's like, I don't know, I was in the gym at like 5 a.m. and I'm like, no one's up at this hour. Who is calling me? And it was your management. And they were like, hey, is this Jiggy? And I'm like, yes. Because I, you know, it's election season. I thought maybe it was a robocall, or they were wanting to call me up to vote for Biden or Trump or somebody. But no, they were like, well, we hear you have this radio program. We want to get our guy on there, blah, blah, blah. He starts selling you like an auctioneer to me. I'm like, you had me you called me at 5 a.m. I'm good. I love this. So
That's good management. They're earning their money.
they are definitely earning their keep, my friend. So, how did you get started doing the music thing? Tell me and Danny a little bit about this.
So I was 17 years old. I had a friend. He was actually doing music, and he was rapping. His name is Trey Bishop. I don't think he does music anymore, but he was playing around in the studio, and I was like, well, I kind of want to, get in. And so I started I was like, I just want to be a ghostwriter. I don't actually want to do it myself. So I would write raps for him, and like he would be in the studio, and I was like, I don't like the way you sound on it. Move, I'll do it myself. Like got down, started, spitting on the mic and all that. And then after a while, I was like, wait, I like this. I'm gonna keep on going, and I'm here now.
That's cool. And who do you listen to?
It's amazing.
I love Beyonce, Chloe and Halle, Saucy Santana. I like 070 Shake. I can't say all of them now because, I take pride in what I listen to, and I use them for me and my inspiration. But most recently, I've just been really rocking the same song. It's called Walking on a Dream by, I think, Chasing the Empire or something. I don't know, but it's pretty dope, though.
Cool.
That is awesome. So, you basically what do you make of the current music scene that is available for folks to be involved in and all these things?
I'm not understanding the question. I'm sorry.
What do you think of the current music scene? Is it good? Is it garbage? What do you make of the current music scene?
No, I love, like, right now the girls they're definitely running the game right now, and I applaud that, because that's something that you just don't see. And now that, females are really, topping the charts, and it's really, like, you hear so much versatility within, the music industry. I love how everyone is articulating in their songs and making sure that they're putting out the best content for their fan bases and audiences.
How have you been coping during the lockdown? Have you been doing any sort of live streams or anything like that?
Actually, I'm one of the few artists that this has been a blessing for me, actually. Like, really, like, if it wasn't for COVID or anything, like, I would have never even met my management. So, like, I'm working, actually. It's not lockdown for me. I'm working, I'm working.
What's your sort of creative process like? Do you go out to the studio, or do you do it at home? Do you start with a